my startup story is actually a failed startup, so start with that. But I think you learn a lot of good lessons from things that don't work out, and hopefully some of you will take it on board. So about 17 years ago, maybe, working in London at the time in a mid-sized software company in the wireless phone industry, uh, working in product management. So we'd been introduced to some product ideas that we thought were spot on for the industry at the time. Couldn't get our management on board with it, so a buddy of mine said, "Let's quit our jobs and go do this," and we did. And looking back on it now, that was courage to a fault because I had like 3 months of money in the bank, but it was also at the time where the internet was still booming, and it just never occurred to us that like people wouldn't just throw money at us. The idea was so good that and there were so many bad things being funded that we just couldn't conceive that people just that would just be plain easy to get people on board. And the thing looking back on it, the thing I thought would be hard is we were both kind of social misfits, engineers, and I just never thought we'd have the gravitas to like go and talk to C-level people and get them to buy things, or even to get them to talk to us, because people at companies like Verizon and AT&T, it's a tough road to go up. But actually, that turned out to be the surprisingly easy part. That we'd get out in the community and go to conferences and things and run into people, and people would be interested in our ideas, and they were great ideas. And even though it failed for us, there are people doing that business today, and they are billion-dollar companies. So I'm mildly disappointed in that part, but it was a great learning experience, and I've been somewhat of a serial entrepreneur ever since. So I've blown a lot of wealth trying to pursue the dream. Probably will do it again, not too distant future. So my word of advice is kind of be courageous, but don't do it foolishly. Stick to your job if you don't have the money to do it. Do it on the side. Make sure you're prepared. We knew nothing about business. We had no idea how to create shares or to distribute shares or to get people involved because we needed it. And make sure you have a good team of the skill sets that you would need. The biggest mistake we probably made throughout the entire time was we never had a full-on partner who was a software developer. And when you're building software, it was somewhat crippling. But surprisingly, along the way, we got amazing amounts of help. We met a lady who worked for a consulting company in the wireless industry. Ended up getting donated a team of software developers in India, and brave again. It's like, hey, I'm out there, and for 6 months, I'm out working with the team, and never been there before, and it was a great experience, and learned tons of things, and realized how not courageous most of the working world is. Our previous employer was the ideal company situated to do what we were trying to do, and other companies in their industry came along and did it, and they ended up dying on the vine as a one-trick pony with the only product they ever successfully created. But their leader became one of the richest men in all of the UK. So again, but it's strange that he became so wealthy and ended up that what he created sort of disappeared over the course of time. But that's it.